What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to No Life to Metal. Going to be doing another 12x12. Did one not too long ago. I just started pulling out 12-inch singles that I hadn't heard in a while and giving them a spin. And rather than putting them away, I just keeping them out so I can kind of do the video and show off some of these 12-inch singles. So this was not in the greatest condition, but I found it inexpensive at a record show a long time ago. But this is one of my favorite Venom songs. This is Manitou single. It's got two songs on the B-side. I can't remember both of them. I know one of them was Women. Let's see what the other one was, because I can't remember off the top of my head. Dead of the Night. So this is on Neat Records. You can see the Neat Records label. Part of the whole new wave of British heavy metal movements of the early 80s. This single probably came out around 1983, 84. But yeah, great song, Manitou. Cool single. This next one is... This is not the copy, but in a 12-inch single that I've had since the album came out. This is not actually the copy I had because I sold my collection at one point, but reacquired this one. But yeah, this one is one huge Dio fan early on because I was a fan of Sabbath and I was a fan of Rainbow back in the late 70s and early 80s. So it was just a no-brainer that I loved Dio. Got to see Dio on his first tour playing at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia with Twisted Sister opening. And then again the next year we got to see him, and by that point he was huge and was filling the Spectrum, again with Twisted Sister opening. So, Rainbow in the Dark, first single off the album, although there was actually a single for Holy Diver released before this, with just a big red Dio logo on there, and it was, a pre-release single. This was actually released after the album, and was for the song Rainbow in the Dark. Backup side was Stand Up and Shout and Straight Through the Heart live. This is I think it's a UK pressing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Another UK pressing. This is actually on the Music for Nations label. Stryper. I got probably 5 or 6 12-inch singles from Stryper. So I pulled out this one and gave it a spin. I hadn't heard it in a long time. So you got Calling on You and Free on one side, and you've got a live version of one of my favorite Stryper songs, Surrender, probably one of their heaviest songs. Love that overdriven guitar sound. Stryper is often thrown into the Poison glam camp, Poison Warrant, that kind of thing. But Stryper's got some heavy material out there. But even back in the 80s, songs like Soldier Under Command and Stryper, Come On Rock and Surrender, these had some really heavy chugging riffs. And yeah, they had their syrupy sweet ballads, of course, but they also had some great hard rockers and heavy tracks, and Surrender was one of them. And Calling on You is kind of a more mid-paced song, and Free's a pretty chunky, heavy song as well. I think I showed a Rods one in my last update. This is for their Wild Dogs album, but this is Too Hot to Stop. And you got this backed with 3 live songs. So you've got Power Lover, Rock and Roll Again, and Too Hot to Stop live. And again, I believe this is on Arista. This might have been a US pressing. I can't remember now. No, it's probably a UK pressing because it's got the UK cover on the back of the album. But regardless, the Rods, US heavy metal band from the early 80s. It's a single for He's Back, the man behind the mask, which was of course for one of the Jason Friday the 13th movies. Alice Cooper doing the theme song. This one has 2 Alice Cooper songs on the B-side. Live version of $1 Billion Babies in I'm 18. Recorded live in 1976. Another one of the recent Noise reissue 12-inch singles, but this is Tragic Serenades. Excuse me, Tragic Serenades EP. So we've got The Usurper, Jewel Throne, and Return to the Eve on this one. It is a picture disc, obviously. But nice 2018 Record Store Day first pressing. It was a bit pricey, man. It was really kind of expensive for a 3-song single, but it was Frost, so I grabbed it. That's one I've had a long time. This is an original pressing of Anvil's Make It Up to You. B-side has Metal on Metal from the Metal on Metal album. Make It Up to You is off the Forged in Fire album. and it's got School Love from the Hard and Heavy album. Great idea. I mean, a lot of these EPs they'll include a track from the same album on the B-side, or they'll include a live track. I always like when they include live tracks or unreleased tracks, but in this case, recording a track from the 2 previous albums on the B-side is a good way to promote the other 2 albums. This is a Canadian pressing on Attic Records. Anvil. This is East Coast thrash metal band Anthrax, and this was from the I don't know. This is actually from I'm the Law single, but it's funny because I'm the Law didn't become anywhere near as big as the B-side tracks, which I'm the Man became huge, which was that silly, goofy rap song. The whole B-side was just a goof. So they did this rap song called I'm the Man, and then there's another song called Buddy Love Bomb and Satan's Lounge Band, and they're both just goofy songs. Literally some kind of silly lounge music, and then of course a rap song where they're just goofing. The song became huge. Ended up getting its own single release down the road, EP release. But yeah, just a great album from just a great EP or 12-inch single from Anthrax. What, 1984, somewhere in that area, maybe 80. Actually, no, it had been more like 86, 87. And this is an English, UK pressing. Another one from Anthrax. This was from their second album. This is the Madhouse single, backed with AIR and God Save the Queen. This album was actually produced by Carl Kennedy, who of course was the drummer for The Rods, who I just showed earlier. So a little bit of a connection there. But yeah, Spreading Disease was the name of the album that came out, and this is I saw Anthrax on this tour twice, and they were fantastic. I remember those speakers that you can kind of see in there, with their Marshall cabinets. They just had this wall of Marshall cabinets. But the cabinets all had camouflage, and the guys were all wearing a lot of like black and camo. They weren't yet wearing all the jams and all that bright color stuff they started wearing on the next album. Actually saw Heathen's Rage open for them at the. It would have been Heathen's Rage opening for Anthrax at the what club was it? One of the clubs in New Jersey I saw him at. I can't remember which one it was now. And then I saw him also at the Lemoore Club in New York as well. So City Gardens, Trenton. That's where I saw him. Got 2 more here, 3 more here, 4 more here. I think I grabbed more than 12 on this one. We're still calling it 12 by 12. This is a signal for The Darkness for Aerosmith off their record, Done with Mirrors. The Darkness is an interesting track because it was on the CD. I think it might have been on it. No, it was on the CD only. Because the CD was released on CD, cassette, and vinyl all at the same time. But the vinyl did not have this on The Darkness, so the only way we could get it was to buy this particular 12-inch single. And the B-side contained 3 live tracks, and all the live tracks were also off of the same album. So you've got She's on Fire, The Hop, and My Fist, Your Face live versions, all off of the same Done with Mirrors album. So this is like a really cool EP. If you're into Aerosmith, especially if you're into the early Aerosmith, from Done with Mirrors back, cool EP to pick up just for the live tracks, if not for The Darkness as well. It's a cool song. Now this next one's kind of interesting. I actually grabbed the records to show with this one, but so there was, after the first Gravedigger album, this little 12-inch single came out for Shoot Her Down, backed with We Want to Rock You and Storming the Brain. And of course, this is the German pressing here of that album, and the track listing on here doesn't have these songs on there. The US pressing, however, which is right here, and you can tell the difference because it has a little picture of the United States up here. It actually has these songs on there, but it's missing some of the songs from this album. So it's really kind of bizarre how and why they did that. I don't know, but I just grabbed all that just to show this one. I picked up this one quite a while ago. It's got someone's name on it. It looks like Hugh. I can't read the last name. HF, but yeah, he autographed the record for me. So thanks, Hugh. I appreciate it. Too bad Hugh wasn't part of Gravedigger. Otherwise, I'd welcome the autograph. Okay, yeah, I definitely grabbed more than 12. I didn't count very well. We got 2 early Maiden singles here. Women in Uniform, backed with Live Drifter and Phantom of the Opera. I guess I have a piece of cardboard in there protecting this one because it's so flimsy. Called early Paul Di'Anno era Iron Maiden, and the Women in Uniform was not on any of their albums. It was specific to this 12-inch single. Some cool shots in the back, live shots of the band. And as well, I grabbed the Bruce Dickinson era 12-inch single that says Number of the Beast, back with a live recording of Remember Tomorrow, recorded live in Italy. Great artwork, as always. And then, yeah, this is the last one. Nope, 2 more. I don't know, I have no idea how many I have here. It's around 12. This is the Rock Forever single for Judas Priest, backed with Hellbent for Leather and Beyond the Realms of Death. And you can see this little thing on here that says a 12-inch maxi single. This one happens to be a 33 1/3 RPM. Most of these are 45 RPM. But yeah, they used to call these things maxi singles, 12-inch singles. They had all kinds of different names back in the day. I remember they had the cassette singles, they would call singles or something like that. One more, last one for this 12 by 12 episode, but this is Free Will Burning, Judas Priest, backed with Breaking the Law and Another Thing Coming Live. And this is a German pressing or UK pressing? It looks to be UK pressing. Similar cover to the album cover, but a little different. Anyhow, there you go. 12 more singles, 12 by 12. Appreciate y'all watching. Let me know what you think of those. And if any of you guys do videos, man, I'd love to see some of your 12-inch singles too. So that's it. God bless. Stay strong.